Welcome to another webinar series provided by Painting the Edge in collaboration with Traders Expert. Please make sure to subscribe to our online newsletter for more information, live webinars, events, and more. In this video, we're going to take a look at cryptocurrency coins. And just out of interest, having a look at the chart here, we can see, of course, the total crypto market capitalization, but this is focused purely on Bitcoin, Ethereum, Litecoin, and let's say Ripple, for example, and a few other crypto assets in US dollars, puts the current value at 261, almost 262 billion US dollars. So that's quite a respectable amount considering how relatively new the market is. We can see the volumes here going up and down, but in terms of the number of transactions, and so we can see there's an increase in recent history, and we've kind of gone into a bit of a consolidation here, and not as many transactions taking place. Now, it is interesting, of course, remember that cryptocurrencies are protected by the use of cryptography, which is specifically called blockchain technology. Now, what is a blockchain technology? Well, a blockchain is a decentralized, kind of distributed, and oftentimes public digital ledger, which consists of records that we call blocks, and they are used to record transactions across multiple computers so that effectively any involved block cannot be altered retroactively without the alteration of subsequent blocks. Now, what's cool about this is that by allowing the digital information to be distributed but not copied, blockchain technology has basically created the backbone of a new type of internet. And this is the ways in which this is how we go about effectively protecting our cash, so to speak. Now, interesting enough, let's take a look at the various coins. We can see that if we go across and have a look at the various ones here, we can actually see what their individual market cap is. We can also see the futures aspect of it. There's a futures market. We can see the number of available coins. This is important because remember that the value of cryptocurrencies currently stems from their supply versus demand, and so this gives us a really good indication if we do limit, which has been the case with them, their production numbers or their existence has been capped, then of course this will introduce a certain number of available coins, and this gives us an indication of if any of them have been capped. We can also see what the traded volume is, and we can note which ones have perhaps got the largest exchange or change in volume as well in terms of market movements, as well in terms of price, and so that will give us a good indication of potentially which ones are maybe moving more today than any others. One more item to keep in mind when we look and when we consider the idea of participating in potentially, let's call it, trading cryptocurrencies, that one of the other activities that occurs also within the cryptocurrency market, which could be of interest to us, is perhaps the idea of IPO. So these are initial public offerings. This is when a new potential cryptocurrency is going to be introduced to the markets. And of course, what we may want to do then in those particular cases is investigate the idea of perhaps getting involved in the IPO. So we become one of the initial owners of it before it hits the markets, or as it hits the markets and then increases in value, we can benefit from that. So just in summary, that there are obviously various different ways in which we can interact with cryptocurrencies, various different cryptocurrencies, and various different timelines in terms of where they tend to reach the market, how they become listed. We do know that in future it's highly probable there will be new cryptocurrencies being introduced to the markets, and potentially even with the backing of larger institutions or larger companies. One of those examples would be, let's just say, Libra, which was introduced by Facebook. There are quite a few of them in the open market, and generally there are some that are more popular than others. We need to take that kind of information into account.